We'll have a roll call. Councilmember Bendo.
Present.
Councilmember Lester. Councilmember Reinhardt.
Here.
Vice President Fiamara. President Finn.
Here.
Let the record indicate the presence of City Manager Dan Creighton and Deputy Corporation Counsel Joseph Lupo. We will now have a salute to the flag.
Remove your caps. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I can't get through a sentence without clearing my throat. Thank you and welcome to our first meeting of December. You braved the elements. Luckily, the rain stopped. I think it still stopped out there, but thank you for coming and thank you for braving those elements. We'll get to the city manager's report, please.
All right, thank you, Brendan. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here tonight. I hope everyone had a safe and enjoyable Thanksgiving with their friends and family. That being said, we're definitely in full swing for the holiday season. This Friday at 5:30 p.m. is the city's annual Christmas tree lighting in Kennedy Plaza. There will be hot chocolate, cookies, donuts, candy canes, and kids' crafts, including commemorative ornament painting and letter writings to Santa. The big man himself will make an appearance with the help of our fire department. Thank you to them, although I think they left already. So you don't want to miss it. Thank you to the Four Leaf Credit Union and our other local sponsors for making this event possible. On Sunday, the 7th of December, the Joint Veterans Organization and the city will be holding a Pearl Harbor Day commemoration at 2 p.m. at the VFW on West Park Avenue. All are encouraged to attend as we reflect on that fateful day and give thanks to the brave service members who protected our freedoms in the years that followed. On Saturday, the 13th at 6 p.m., the Long Beach Electric Light Parade will take place in the West End. It's still not too late to register to enter a float. To do so, please visit longbeachny.gov/light parade. Spectators are encouraged to plan ahead and make a reservation at one of the city's great restaurants. And again, I'd like to thank our local sponsors, the Chamber of Commerce and other local sponsors, for helping make this event great and possible. Sunday the 14th is the first night of Hanukkah. Come celebrate with the beach's Jewish community and the city at 6 p.m. in Kennedy Plaza for the Grand Menorah lighting. The Kennedy Plaza Menorah is hailed as the largest on Long Island, and the lighting is always such a fun and festive occasion, so all are encouraged to attend. Our next council meeting, the last of the year, is Tuesday the 16th. Until then, I hope everybody enjoys the holiday season. And with that, I'll conclude my city manager report. Thank you, Brennan.
Thank you, Dan. Let's get on with the show, please. Kerry.
Item number 1 is a resolution to submit public road information to the New York State Department of Transportation.
Okay, so this item is related to our CHIPS funding. New York State maintains a database of all of the roads in the state that, among other things, are used to calculate apportionments of the Consolidated Local Street and Highway Improvement Program. That's what CHIPS basically is. Depending on the year, Long Beach receives between $300,000 and $400,000 from CHIPS, which is used for repairs and road maintenance. Our new leadership in the Department of Public Works, again, they're doing a great job, great job, took a close look at the database and identified an additional 0.4 miles of roadway that can be claimed by the city. This resolution affirms those roadway portions are within the city limits and are maintained by the city. We expect this action will increase our CHIPS funding by a few $1,000s, probably about $2,000 to $3,000, but every little bit helps. If you have any further questions, Ken Arnold's here and can answer your questions. Thank you. Great job, Ken.
Yes, thank you. I echo that. Thank you, Ken. Appreciate this. Questions from the council? It's on.
Okay. Ken? These roads that the city of Long Beach has, does that include the ones that Nassau County takes care of?
No, it does not.
And what roads are that? That's just Long Beach Road or
Long Beach Road and Park Avenue going east.
Park Avenue going east from Long Beach Road?
Correct.
Both sides?
Yes.
Okay. Outside of that, how many miles of roads do we have?
We have 112 lane miles of road.
112. Jesus. Okay, thank you.
You passed the quiz, Ken. John?
Just a couple of quick, where is Marginal Road? Never heard of that one.
Marginal Road is referred to as the road that runs parallel to Long Beach Road by the not Dunkin' Donuts, by the McDonald's. It's a little piece of strip.
Oh, in front of Center Mill and
Yeah.
stuff?
There's many marginal roads.
Oh,
New
y-
York
yeah,
State
I get
refers to this
So-
section.
So is that like Service Road that
Yeah,
runs
it's
by
referred to as a
McDonald's and
service road
Center
for Long
Mill?
Beach Road.
Okay, and the, on Pacific, it has from the boardwalk to East Broadway. There is no boardwalk at Pacific, so is that from the sand line?
Yes,
Okay,
at the end, the dead end right there.
okay. Thank you.
No, just to compliment Ken and your team, because it's funny, you know, you do a little diligent work, and you come up, and as Dan said, every little bit helps. So it's great. I'm very happy to see that we have such eyes on the details, and that's what's important. So thanks, Ken.
I'm sure the people on Marginal Road are very thankful for this, too.
And we have 115.93 lane miles of road.
Very good. Thank you. We're going to go from an A to an A+ on the quiz. Question from the public. Comments? Okay, we'll close that.
Item number 2 is a resolution authorizing the city manager to purchase software services under a New York State contract.
So this is our annual renewal of the city's Microsoft 365 licenses for all city and police department operations. This is the same number of licenses as last year, and the rate is the same. Al Perez is here if you have any further questions regarding this item.
John?
Just one. Al, we're getting 120 licenses for the police department. How many people does the police department have?
Personnel, police department, personnel count?
Yeah. Well, maybe you probably wouldn't know. I guess I didn't think we had that many people in the police
Commissioner De Palma is at an event where the
department. Okay, maybe.
Yeah, so we had some police department people
being honored tonight.
honored tonight. Hold on,
Yeah.
I'll pull up the numbers out of here. There's
Right, I know
77
we got
officers, but
like
we have
77
sworn,
officers.
and then there's
Yeah, then there's the
dispatchers and everything.
specials, then there's the civilians, so it's,
Okay, I was just trying to, it seemed like well, that's true, the specials do get lumped in
Yep.
with the police department. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Okay, you can let me know
All right,
later.
I'll get you. Thanks,
It's not holding this up.
Okay. Roy?
Originally, when we did this back in 2020,
You got
nice one.
Originally, when we did this back in 2020, I think you were here, we had 175, and now it's up to 285. And at that point, we asked about the 175, and we were told, it's not likely to go above that number. Now it's skyrocketed.
In 2020, you were here?
So I wasn't here in 2020,
No.
but what I would assume is that was probably a department-based rollout, and they phased in licenses as they added additional users.
You got here in 2023, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Were you advising at that point?
No,
Thought you were helping Ron Walsh. Says Donna Gaden added that discussions with Mr. Perez and IT, it was determined that 175 users were the highest number for the city, and the plan was to keep it under that number. That wasn't you?
I don't recall that conversation from 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't recall.
December 15th, 2020.
I don't recall.
You did not work here then?
No,
No, he was advising.
Oh, as an advisor?
Yes. He was, Ron wrote him in
I know.
to help us
Right.
out. We had a lot of problems at that time, and he was the maven that helped us.
Yeah, he's done a great job.
Yeah.
I'm happy with the job he's doing. But
Okay.
I thought he started here in 2023, though.
No, he was an advisor, and Donna was quoting him. as saying 175. We don't expect to go above that. That's why I was just wondering. All right, thank you.
The rate hasn't gone up?
Luckily,
Is this the first thing that we're approving this year, the rate?
yeah.
That's
Probably
good.
because
As
it's
far as software?
government pricing, probably the
Okay.
reason why.
Great.
Comments from the public? Thank you. Oh, okay.
I'm curious, what happens
Just
to
state your name, please.
Jacob Spielberg, 533 East Market? What happens to unused licenses, or are we just hitting the nail on the head here? We're paying for a certain number of licenses.
Right.
Is it everyone who needs an email is going to get one, and then we just hit the nail right on the head?
Yeah, we really don't have any spare licenses. If we need additional licenses, we purchase them at that time.
Okay, so in this purchase, there's no cushion for the potential need for more.
If there's a couple of spare licenses, we're fortunate.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions or comments from the public? Thank you. We'll
Thank
close
you,
this
Al.
one.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Al. Going to block vote?
Well, let me put All right, why not? I'll make a motion, we block vote and approve items 1 and 2.
I'll second it.
Wow.
All right. Councilmember Bendo?
Yes.
Councilmember Lester?
Yes.
Councilmember Reinhardt?
Yes.
Vice President Fiamara?
Yes.
President Finn?
Yes.
Okay. The city manager's personnel report has been filed by the city clerk, who will make a motion to close the meeting. Councilmember Bendo?
Yes.
Councilmember Lester?
Yes.
Councilmember Reinhardt?
Yes.
Vice President Fiamara? President Finn?
Yes. $2 million. Yeah. Wow, okay. Jacob Spielberg?
When does the clock, when do we start the clock?
When you start speaking.
Aha. Jacob Spielberg, 533 East Market Street. The City Council has consistently touted 3 core priorities: the safety and protection of our citizens, the support of our small businesses, and maintaining fiscal responsibility by working to keep taxes low. I'm here tonight to say that the city is falling short on all 3, and by a wide margin. It's my recommendation that City Council members focus more on the municipal code, because if you did, you would discover a massive failure in our system of passive, complaint-driven management. I've spoken to the deputy city manager and the new city clerk, and the response from both was nearly the same, that no actions are usually taken unless someone complains. This is not how taxpayers expect their city to be run. I'm here today to say that this complacent management style is creating immediate safety risks and financial losses. First, the building department has been failing to enforce fence height ordinances, which I've raised, multiple times and delivered a list of 60 corners in violation. And the response from the city has been nothing short of disappointing, as these unchecked violations continue to grow and spread, threatening the safety of our children, friends, and neighbors. The problem is systemic: inadequate training, broken processes, and a lack of proactive oversight. Second, the city is failing to enforce illuminated signage ordinances, which strictly forbid any moving, blinking, animated, or rotating lights. This code is being 100% ignored, resulting in proliferation of illegal signs across the city, including those at the fire department, the VFW, and most recently Key Food on the East End. This isn't trivial. The code exists to keep drivers and pedestrians safe and protect surrounding property values, yet non-compliance remains prevalent because there is no proactive enforcement. The fundamental issue is that there can be no proactive enforcement when our staff is not empowered with the knowledge and tools to know what is in the code and act on it independently. Finally, and most catastrophic from a financial standpoint, the city is failing to protect local businesses and our tax base through the passive management of mercantile licenses. By allowing thousands of unlicensed business entities, from small contractors to large firms, to conduct business without paying their fee, the city is fighting tooth and nail to hold the line on taxes, while foregoing upwards of $500,000 of recurring annual income derived from non-taxpayers. This is unfair to our taxpayers, to every compliant business, myself being one of them, and is the definition of not running the city like a business. The good news is that the problem is solvable. If I can hand these out to you guys. Since we don't have time to discuss anything further tonight in detail, I prepared copies of a plan that outlines a strategic mercantile license program enhancement and enforcement modernization plan. In this document, you will see a tiered solution that requires 0 tax increases. To give you a taste of the quick, powerful impact modernization can have, I've included a QR code on the cover, which you can scan now, and you'll be able to basically have access to a live, searchable demonstration of a master mercantile database and reporting system that I've created. This is not a conceptual demo. It currently contains over 1,000 contractors currently listed for doing business with the city. And this is one of the key assets that will empower code enforcement to take confident, independent action and unlock revenue. My goal tonight was not to receive any immediate answers, but to present an actionable solution. And I respectfully request an opportunity to meet with the city manager or the appropriate department head to walk through this program and discuss practical, actionable steps for revamping the system in short time. And I do look forward to the invitation. You have my information.
Thank you. All right. You're gonna make an appointment. You're gonna make an appointment. Okay. Eileen Hessian?
Eileen Hessian, Long Beach. Just a few things. When will the police department be open again?
Be open? You mean the action, when will they be moved back into that space?
Yes.
Because they're still open, they're up here
I
on the
know.
6th floor. It depends on when the furniture comes. I think the
Oh.
furniture's expected to come this month, right, John,
Okay,
still?
good.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm up here because I'm a member of the Long Beach Senior Advisory Board, and I wanted to thank some of the people who helped us to put on the Halloween party for the seniors. 80 seniors attended, and along with Joe Brand, we had a very successful day, and I wanted to thank Father Brian for giving us the use of St. Mary's Auditorium, and local businesses who were very generous to us, including Cans, Sorrento, Frippery, Bricks and Barley, Rock and Olive. I hope I didn't leave anybody else out. And then I have a question about e-bikes. I'm hoping as a city, you know, we're not part of Hempstead, we're a city, that we can do something about the law with these e-bikes. You see the kids racing backwards, and they're on their phones, and they're speeding and taunting the cars that are driving. And there was an article in Newsday the other day about how Suffolk is doing something about this. There are going to be fines if they catch kids under the age of 16 riding the bikes. They want to start having licensing and registration. There's a lot. I have one copy of the article itself. But as a city, can we do something about it ourselves on our own to make them get licenses, or to, you know, make up some fines for certain things? Can we do that?
Well, I'll just speak from my own perspective at this moment, but certainly I believe everyone on the council, everyone at this dais agrees with what you said, and that we have a problem. There's no doubt about that. It's no consolation that it's way worse in New York City, but we don't want to get there. You know, I didn't read this article yet, but I will. I mean, one of the biggest problems, and actually I saw a Nassau County cop pulled over someone on like a scooter. I think it was on 878 on Nassau Expressway. I'm not sure. You rarely see that because it's very, very difficult. Take it from a cop who used to be on patrol. Very difficult to pull over motorcycles, motorized bikes, because a lot of times if they're motorcycles, they can outrun you. But secondly, there's that perspective that if you chase them, they're going to cause more damage, in the chase. I mean, this was.
I hear what you're saying.
No, I'm not.
We've already had a death, though.
This is not my views. This is the views that they used to say in the city, and the sergeant would call off the pursuit immediately. And I disagree with that, but I see, because from a perspective of legal and liability. So back to the point, it's really on the boardwalk is one of our biggest problems. I speak with the commissioner, and our commissioner is very responsive to it. I think our police department is responsive, but we have to come up with, I would say, a more innovative and comprehensive method of dealing with this problem. Absolutely, because we have to deal with it. I think that the state legislature needs to enact more DMV laws that would be a deterrence. Okay, we increased the fines here. I think you were probably at the meeting when we talked about it. It was last year. And I think a high fine is a deterrence, personally, should be, right? But we have to deter them beyond fines. And I couldn't agree more with you.
And I'm not just talking about kids, although, that's the worst part, because they play
I'm not
so
just talking
much in
about
the
kids.
streets.
I'm talking
Adults, too.
about-
Yeah.
But Corporation Council, can't we get a law or something here so that they have to be licensed?
So
Everyone?
we are looking at, if you don't mind, Joe, I'll touch on this. We are looking at what we could do to change some of the laws. The law right now, I believe it's 30 miles per hour. Any vehicle that's over 30 miles per hour needs to be licensed. I think many of these go only to like 25 miles per hour. They say that they only go to 25 miles per hour.
Right.
We did start really enforcing it on the boardwalk. We've been enforcing it in the neighborhood because these bikes need to still follow all the same traffic laws as every other vehicle, even though,
Right.
even bicycles are supposed to follow those, supposed to go with traffic, et cetera. There's a whole lot of things. So we are talking about enforcement, but I agree with Brennan, we're looking at just different things that we need to do as far as talking to our legislators and everything like that, see if they could, change the licensing requirements. I remember when any motorized vehicle had to be licensed, had to have a registration and license.
Well, unless it had a governor on it, like you said, that kept it under 25.
Right.
But the biggest problem, I mean, this is not just a statewide problem, it's a nationwide problem.
Right.
Doesn't make it any better for us. We have to deal with it. And believe me, it is on the top of my list of things that really bother me about the city, besides a few things that Mr. Spielberg brought up. But seriously, this is something that we are going to deal with.
All right, and now might be a good time because it's not summer, so there are fewer bikes out there. And I don't think that the boardwalk is the worst problem. I think the streets are the worst problem because the kids they're riding right in front of my car
On
as
the
I'm driving
sidewalk
down
is
the
the worst
streets.
problem.
I know you know it, and I just hope that something will be.
No, I mean, I
done.
agree with you. On the sidewalk, I think, is the worst problem. And we've talked about
Yes,
it.
the
We've
sidewalk.
talked about it here, that people ride their bicycles on the sidewalk. I understand why, because Park Avenue is dangerous. Then take a
Signs
sign.
are up. You're not supposed to have bikes.
Well, we need to have more bike lanes too.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, all right, thanks.
We can't require anybody to license because the state preempts us.
What's that?
So with respect to licensing, the state is the one that controls the.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So all I was saying is that with respect to licensing, the city of Long Beach is preempted by the state. New York State and the New York State Vehicle and Traffic Law controls the area, so the state controls the area, so we couldn't require licensing. What we can do, as President Finn and City Manager Creighton have said, we can look into stiffening penalties and being a little bit more proactive in the enforcement aspect of it. But it is difficult because, for example, as I believe it was said, we have 77 sworn officers that work 3 tours for an entire city, so we can't be everywhere all at once, which is a big part of the reason on why we're reactive, because there are a lot more of the public that would, that has eyes and ears everywhere that could report where these issues are for us to then respond than the 77 officers. And again, they're not all working at the same time. Thank you very much.
I have a lot of ideas too. The problem is the implementation of them, as he just said, and not just me. There are a lot of ideas already here. The police, they know what they're doing. This boils down to the legislature having the will to make some changes, and the legislature can do that. But obviously, we see what the legislature does, and they seem to make things easier for people to break the law rather than harder. Nora Egan? Pass? All right. We're all out of contestants. That's it. Thank you very much for coming out. Well, you don't have to go home, but